What's up, Dragon Brood? So just, I have a whole bunch of content that's going to be rolling out over the next few days. I'm trying to get a bunch of things recorded in a very short amount of time because I'm going to be doing a charity event for the Hunter Burton Memorial Open, probably the weekend you're watching this, to help raise money for suicide prevention and awareness. But I didn't want y'all to be without content. So one of the things we had here is a reveal of the secret Lair playmats for the little Planeswalkers, I believe they're called, and the Street Fighter playmat. So I got a package of stuff from Ultra Pro I wanted to share with everybody. This was a sponsored video. They sent me these for free to reveal, and we did do a giveaway for some of these. So if you want to, follow me over on Twitter and TikTok where we do some of those giveaways. But yeah, I revealed these on a stream and I wanted to share these with my YouTube community. So if you've been thinking about picking these up, you have a small window of time, but yeah, check these out. They're actually pretty sweet. Oh, and quick thing, before we get to the video, if you would like to order these, please go to shop.ultrapro.com/PowrDragn and use promo code PowrDragn, and you'll actually save 5% on these, and they'll give the channel a little bit of a kickback. So you kind of help us both. You get something rare, unique, and awesome. You get to save money on it, and they give me a little bit of something to keep things going. So yeah, with that being said, let's take a look at these playmats. Let's do the first reveal here of the Tamiyo mat. Oh, that is cool. That is really cool, honestly. The colors on the... Oh, check it out. Wait. I don't know if y'all can see this. Let me see if I can get it on camera. There's a little Emrakul hiding out down here. So it's behind my camera. Look at that. There's a little Emrakul. I think that's what that's supposed to be down at the bottom. That's pretty funny. You get a twofer. You get a Chibi Tamiyo and you get a Chibi Emrakul there. But yeah, it's pretty cool. You can see like the whole moon that she's sitting on, reading the book. That one actually is pretty sweet. I wasn't expecting to be as impressed by this, but I like this one a lot. Like, and I'm not even a big fan of Tamiyo, but this is cool. I like this. This one, this is already a good start. If the others look like that, this is going to be good. Oh, this one, if you're an Ashiok fan, you'll enjoy this. And what's funny is the little, like, shadow creatures got little chibi treatment, too. That's cool. I think I like this color blue on these mats. I think is what it is. This is pretty sweet. I think this is what it is, because this blue looks really good on these. So yeah, this is the Ashiok one, if you hadn't seen that. So like, this one's actually pretty cool too. I like this one. Yeah, like the weird thing about Ashiok, like no face, a little bit creepy, but when you put it in chibi form, not as intimidating. Just saying. All right, so here's Soren. These are all kind of cool, y'all. I thought I was gonna like, all right, these are gonna be okay. I actually kind of like them. I wasn't expecting to like these, but this is cool. And you can see in the picture, they did kind of like the whole outline of like one of the buildings behind them. You can see the little symbols on the wall. So this is, I guess this is Soren, the Soren from the last time we were in Innistrad, I think is what we're doing with this one. But it's cool, because like if you see the original artwork, right, like this reminds you of that. Like this is a case where it's like a really good depiction of what it's supposed to be, but as a chibi character. Because sometimes when people do chibi characters, it's like, it kind of looks like the thing or whatever, but I get it, you're doing a cutesy version. Like this actually genuinely looks like the original, just smaller. Like if this was a pop figure, this is what it looks like, right? This is actually really cool. All right, so this one is Angrath, which is an interesting choice. It's very weird. I wouldn't think Wizards would have selected one of these to be the thing in a secret layer, but you know, why not? Angrath has some fans. There's some Minotaur fans out there. So the Angrath one's interesting, right? Because it's like the most close-up of the ones we've gotten, but they did a whole motif of like a pirate ship with like the wheel and the mast behind them, and the red really stands out on this one too. So if you're a Minotaur fan, this is actually probably still going to be really cool. Also, I'm so amused, like if you see these birds over here, like everything in the imagery got the chibi treatment, which is pretty funny. I'm actually on board with all this. But credit to the artists that did these, because like the attention to detail when you're looking at like the suits and everything else, they look like the actual Magic cards, which is pretty awesome. Like that's the part that is impressing me most about these, is that they're not just shrunk down. They're actually like, these are the actual characters, just done in a different style. All right, this is the one I'm hoping, because I saw it on the list. I'm hoping this one's actually pretty good. This is the Ajani one. Oh, it is. It is. It's really cool. Oh, yeah. That's awesome. And he still has the really big double-sided weapon, which is pretty funny, even though he's, like, small form. Does anybody else ever feel bad that, like, Ajani's missing an eye? Like, do you occasionally forget that, and then you see artwork, and you're like, ah, yeah, sucks for him, he's missing an eye, right? I mean, it makes him look like a badass warrior, but sometimes you just, like, forget he has an injury. But yeah, this is cool, man. Like, I actually like all of it. And again, attention to detail. Like, whoever did this just got all, like, the little ribbon work and the leather work on his armor. Like, all of that looks like the other Magic cards. Just happens to be a small Ajani. But yeah, really, really cool. Big fan of this. This one, unfortunately, doesn't have a lot of, like, the other chibi treatment. Like, this is very focused on just Ajani, right? It's good. Well, partly because his weapon takes up, like, the whole playmat. So I kind of get it. But yeah, this is actually pretty cool. So yeah, I'm a fan for sure. Oh, okay, all right. Hold up. I didn't even know this. I didn't even know this was a thing. I swear to you. Like, this one's got foil on it. I don't know how they did it, but it's shiny. I haven't looked at it yet. I only know because I unwrapped, just now pulled it out. This is gonna be cool. I thought this was just like a spliced picture of all 5 of the Chibi Planeswalkers together. But apparently it's got special treatment, and this mat also comes with a stitched edge. So here we go. But yeah, this is for, see, okay, you can see it in the light there, how it like is shiny. Yeah, that's cool. This is a shiny Planeswalker playmat. I don't know how that works. I'm gonna see if I can turn this light up over here and see if maybe y'all can get a better look. Let me see if I make it brighter, if you can see the kind of shiny shit. Because when I pick it up, you can see it a little bit. There you go, how it's like shimmery. It's like, it's a weird foil playmat. Like, I didn't realize this was foil. This is cool. Yeah, so you can get foil. And like I said, if you can see that, it's a stitched edge. So it has a little bit of that extra reinforcement so it won't fray or whatever around the edges. But yeah, and it feels nice and thick too. Yeah, this is cool. I was not expecting this at all. Like, this is neat. I'm into this. This whole run, I think, was very good. Like, so credit to Wizards, credit to Ultra Pro. Like, this was actually really, really sweet. Big fans of this. I'm still amazed. Like, check that out. A foil playmat. Like, that is, because like we've seen some before that other people have done that has like a piece of foil on there, but the rest was cloth. But this is like shiny foil. I don't even know what you would call that. It's not really foil. It's just like a shiny shirt, I guess, but across everything. It's cool. Had never seen one. So yeah, that run of Chibi Planeswalker mats, super cool. No complaints about these at all. Like, these, yeah, those exceeded expectations, 100%. So the Street Fighter ones look like they did them in sets of 2, I guess, because there's so many characters that they were doing. So there are 4 different ones that have 2 Street Fighter characters each. So I wonder how they paired them up. This one is Ryu and Ken, obviously. Why would it be any other 2 people together, right? So check that out. Oh, you know what's cool? These are like, I was gonna say depictions of their game backgrounds, but this would be more like a Guile thing in the back, right? With the American flag and the ship or whatever. But this is cool. These are done, and I didn't even take a good look at the artwork. I just knew these cards were coming. But these are almost like a pseudo-realism style art that I don't think I've ever seen really Ryu and Ken done in. That's pretty cool. And I like this in the middle too. If you notice how they did the mana symbols right here in the white outline. So like, this is pretty cool. Like, as a way to like split them up. I thought that was pretty cool too. So yeah, nice touch. Nice touch. This is neat, man. Like, to be a fan of different nerd culture. Yeah, exactly. The Versus stuff, right? And get to see them on other products that I would use when I'm, you know, hell, 30 years later or whatever. Like, it's so wild. It's so wild. And that's awesome, right? I mean, like, that's a good thing. It's just not something I would have ever thought, right? If somebody was, I mean, hell, I tell people all the time, if somebody would ask me when I was, I don't know, even 20, how long Magic was going to last, I'd be like, man, I don't know. You know, now I'd be like, I don't know, forever. But other things, like I said, like Street Fighter, I would have never thought we'd be talking about Street Fighter. See you later, Parks. I think we'd be talking about Street Fighter, you know, 20 years later. Yeah. Oh, this is cool. This is cool. Oh, see, okay. This is fun if you're a fan, because like everybody remembers like the car level, right? The bonus level where you just had to destroy it. So like if you were E Honda, you just, you know, smash it with the hands, or Chun-Li with the feet. Or if you were Blanca, you just got up against it and just shocked it a bunch, right? Like, but it's cool that that's the thing they decided to use. It wasn't just like Honda throwing hands. It literally throwing hands. But it's actually just like the challenge level, which I thought was pretty funny, the bonus level. So yeah, these are pretty cool. I'm into this. Like, I get why people are super excited about this secret lair, because there's like, again, it's that nostalgia vibe for a lot of the people that you have playing the game right now. Like, this is cool. And I feel like people at almost every age range of Magic player are at least aware on some level of Street Fighter. You know what I mean? Like, they've played or watched people play it or whatever. Because, like, there's still Street Fighter tournaments, and it's still big with the Capcom crowd. So, totally get it. You know, this is a good crossover. And, you know, like the other crossover secret lairs, good timing, right? They lined it up so they're doing their big anniversary push. So, you know, you're getting Street Fighter out there in another community, people talking about it. Same thing with Arcane. It was around the time they launched their Netflix show or whatever. So, like, that was a thing. You know, probably going to be the same thing when we get the Warhammer stuff. It's going to be around that time. We're getting the Lord of the Rings stuff, and that show on Amazon's just kicking off or whatever. So, really good promotion by all the companies involved. All right, here's the Chun-Li one. And Guile. You know what else I realized, too? They did the artwork depicting their most known move. I just realized that. Because, like, the Chun-Li, I mean, the Honda was doing the hands thing, and then you had Blanca shocking somebody, and you had Kin doing the uppercut, and you had Ryu doing the Hadouken, and then you've got Guile with the Sonic Boom, and Chun-Li with the feet. So, like, not even just doing the characters, it's like making sure the thing you know them for is being depicted, which I think is pretty cool. Kagane says, I forgot the name of the character with the Kitsune mask from Street Fighter. Kind of wish she was in there. The Kitsune mask. You're talking about Vega? Is that the one? Maybe that you're talking about? But yeah, this is another good one. I would not be surprised if this one sells a lot, just because Chun-Li has so many super fans. Like, Chun-Li is probably, from what I've seen, the most cosplayed Street Fighter character. So would not be surprised if this mat ends up being super popular and even sought after down the road. Because that's another thing to think about on these playmats, right? These are going to be kind of a one and done sort of thing. Like, they're not going to come back. There's not going to be a reason to redo these special playmats. So I mean, if you want Street Fighter authentic licensed playmats, this might be the only way to get them, because Street Fighter doesn't really have a reason to do playmats for a video game. You know what I mean? So if you ever want one that's official, these might be the time to get them. It's Dalsim and Zangief. That's pretty funny. You got Zangief wrestling a bear, which is pretty appropriate. And then Dalsim doing the long arm thing, which is pretty cool. So if you like either of these Street Fighter characters, this is exactly what you would expect. The only thing, I'm a little surprised, like the background they chose for Dalsim isn't necessarily one, but it's kind of like fitting for the character and everything. It's probably like the least active background is probably the only thing I would say. But again, if you're fans of these characters, I think they did a really good job depicting what they are. Like, and again, I like this little like versus split stripe here with the, I hope this gets adopted into other things, because I kind of like that look, even if it was just like a stripe across the bottom or on the top or whatever in some other designs. I actually really like that. I hope we add this to other things. I think that would be pretty cool. But yeah, so if you're a fan of Zangief or Dalsim, you can check this mat out as well. Well, And that's it. That's all the mats. They actually were pretty cool. They looked even better in person than they looked on the website. I will say I also have a review coming for the actual secret layer, the value of if it's worth buying or not, so keep an eye out for that video as well. As always, if you'd like to support the channel, please hit that join button down below. For as little as 99 cents, you can support the channel. Otherwise, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell, all that wonderful stuff, because it helps out so very much. I appreciate you watching. I really do. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.